Hey all, Briston here, and today I am super excited for the brand new release for the Gundam Card Game GD03, also known as Steal Requiem. This is the third newest set for the Gundam Card Game. It just released on January 30th of 2026. We're basically on February 2nd as of filming right now, so I got my hands, it took me a couple of days, but I was able to get my hands on a handful of booster packs here, or sleeve boosters. I am super excited to finally crack into these booster packs and see what we get. But before I do so, I'd like to kindly ask you all, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'm a growing content creator, so any and all help I receive, I greatly appreciate. And a like and a subscription goes a long ways for me. Anyways, so like I said here too, so I got myself a handful of these. My local Walmart, this is where I was able to actually get a handful of these ones here. Did have a limit. I was actually lucky that nobody actually picked up any of these. So I took my time and actually bought over the course of the last few days since the release on the 30th, just grabbing 5 packs a day basically. So I was able to get a first set of 5, another set of 5, and then a last set of 2. So I kind of had this organized already, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the G-Freed first, and then I had a hard time picking which ones I really want to go because I didn't care too much for, I believe, Wish for Mercury, but Double O is all right. I'm not a huge fan of Double O. I always find it is the upgraded version of Wing, but not the sophisticated version. I love Wing still. that's just my preference. And then the Camphor. I love Gundam 0080. This is probably one of my top tier favorite series from the Gundam franchise. It's 5 out of 5, a masterpiece in my opinion. It's a masterclass in storytelling and being able to go around with the whole theme about Gundam. You know, war is horrible, whoever wins, we lose kind of a thing. The loss of innocence and whatnot. I thought that just encapsulates everything that is that's the whole franchise basically. I thought 0080 does a great job. But Camphor, fantastic. I love a lot of the designs from the series too. So I was really excited. I think I'll talk a little bit more about what this set actually entails too. Last but not least, we do have the Freedom Gundam. I'm not mistaken here. Yeah, it can't be Strike Freedom because Strike Freedom has the gold like the mega particle beam cannon in its chest. So this is the regular Freedom, which is my preferred one to be honest, because I think the Freedom has a much more simplistic design versus the Strike Freedom. I feel like they were just trying to shove too much into the Strike Freedom. I know I'm gushing about Gundam. I love talking about Gundam as much as I love to talk about Pokemon and love as much as I talk about Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. So I can run my mouth off for days. But anyway, so for what I am aware about the new Steal Requiem set, unfortunately I was not able to get my hands on a booster box. I would have loved to get my hands on a booster box, but none of the shops in my area actually sell it. They couldn't even get their hands on Gundam Card Game, period. And so the only other shops I know of are like an hour and a half to 2 hours away from me, and most likely they would sold out unless you were living in the area. So I'm not gonna take a chance and not get anything at all. But I was lucky that my local Walmart was able to stock these, as I said, and I was able to get it over the last couple of days, or a few days to be more specific. And then, what I do know about this set too, it was kind of unique. I think if I remember correctly, they actually introduced a brand new rarity, which is the SP rarity. I was trying to look into like some information. I couldn't find it. It was odd. It's really hard to find information on the Gundam Card Game at times. I'm still relatively new to the the card game itself. So I don't know. It's hard for me to figure out like the rarities and whatnot. If I'm not mistaken, right? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. But the SP rarity is actually basically kind of like a box topper, if I'm not mistaken. Not really a true genuine box topper, but from my understanding, you have like a guaranteed of getting one of the 6 new SP cards, which are like basically a reprint from the previous 2 sets, and it's just with different artwork. I saw one with Lala for like a show of resolve. I think Overflowing Affection here was with Fa from Zeta Gundam. So we got some really cool looking ones. I can't remember what the other ones were too. I think it was like Fatal Strike, actually from the, I think that's a reprint card as well too, but as far as I know, it was the one that was in Celestial Drive for the starter deck. Anyways, I'm kind of excited for this. The theme behind this set though, primarily is gonna be with Gundam 00 and Gundam 0080. I could be wrong about this, but I think that's what the main focus was here. I took a look at some of the cards beforehand because I was kind of curious about like what was introduced into this set and like series wise too. I'm really happy to see that Gundam 0080 is gonna get some shine in there. Gundam 0080 I always feel like was never really not like, how do I describe this? Like within like the fandom itself and then like the duration since it came out in, I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was 1990. It was one of the early 90s, late 80s OVAs for the franchise. And I don't feel like 080 gets enough attention or love. There have been some remakes in the model kits from what I'm not mistaken here, especially when it comes to the NT1 Alex, and then the Camphor, and sometimes with the High God. I think the High God got a brand new high grade a while back. But I always just feel like 080 just does not get enough love or attention. It's one of my top tier favorite Gundam series in the entire franchise. Still top tiers are the original Zeta Gundam. I do love Iron-Blooded Orphans, which was in the previous set. Was it? No. Actually, I think Iron-Blooded Orphans in here, because I think there's a lot of people talking about the whole Barbados deck and whatnot. I could be wrong. I'm yammering way too much. Anyways, sorry about that, folks. So let me go ahead and start all over again here. My cat was being really, really annoying trying to get inside here, so I had to let him in here. So we're going to start off here. We're going to do with the 2 with the G-Freed. I was still debating on whether or not I want to do the Camphor next or the Trans M 000. I think I'm going to do Camphor next. You know, say something I didn't care for, say something I do care for, something I didn't care too much for, and then something I do care for. So we're going to go with Seed, with the Freedom last, do Seed. I'm not a huge fan of Seed, don't get me wrong here. I do love the Freedom Gundam though. Freedom Gundam is one of the coolest designs in the Seed series. I think a lot of the suits in Seed actually look really, really cool. Too bad the story. I mean, Seed wasn't bad. Destiny is where it jumped the cliff. And then Stargazer was forgettable. I'm sorry. I'm not a huge fan of the Seed timeline, or the CE, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to get this all organized here. So let me go and just set these aside. Perfect. We got all these guys right over here. Actually, there we go. Here, there we go. I'm trying to find a way to get this all like nicely out here. And I learned my lesson from the last video here when I was opening up a bunch of the GD02 Dual Impact. So I already am now prepared. We are not going to mess around. We're going to just cut right through the chase here. But I'm going to make sure I don't cut my cards, obviously. But let's go ahead and make sure. I think it'll be easier if I just did it like this so I can see where I'm cutting. Whoop. I'm going to slide those over here. All right, so actually, I never seen the actual packs too. So the main pack cover is actually going to be for the Trans Am 00. It's actually pretty cool though. I would say I like the artwork a little bit here, but I would have wanted to hope to see Alex or the Camphor actually as the mainstay. Again, I feel like I want a little bit more of the 00 love, or sorry, the Gundam 0080, not Gundam 00 love specifically. All right. Oh, and as for my chases that I'm looking for in this set here, I'm really hoping to hit the LR Plus for the Gundam NT1 Gundam Alex. I believe there's one for the Freedom Gundam. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else too. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we'll see here. I'm gonna go and start us off here. All right, so we got a Duel's Magonak, Wisterio Amphram. I think this is, I can't remember who this is actually. I think it's from Mercury, because I don't recognize this character at all. It's not clicking in with me. We got Barbados' 5th form right here. Super cool looking with that crusher. All right, full armor Unicorn Gundam Unicorn mode on the takeoff here. Really cool looking. Unheralded, oh god, Kots. And we got Kots from Zeta Gundam. I absolutely despise Kots. He was great, like he was funny with the other kids in the first series, and then Zeta Gundam. All right, we got Towards Destiny here. Oh, is this Age? This looks like it was Age here. And then we got Dual Gundam Assault Shroud. One of the cooler looking of the 5 Gundams from Seed. I really do like, this is probably one of my other favorite designs from Seed, was the Dual Gundam. It was just so basic, but I only like it in the Shroud, the Assault Shroud. I didn't care for it without the Assault Shroud. It looks kind of like a weird football player almost. Reminds me of like Maxter Gundam, or Gundam Maxter to be more specific. Ooh, cool, we got Hardy Steiner from 00 here. All right, so over the river, through the woods. Awesome. All right, and we Hodarabi. Yeah, I'm saying it correctly here, from 00, or sorry, from Iron-Blooded Orphans. All right, and we got Barbados 6 form. So it's funny, we kind of got like second to in and second to out. We got Barbados 5th form, now we got 6th form right here. And we got our first rare here, a Healthy Curiosity. This is an awesome illustration here. Al obsessed with the with Bernie's ensign sign basically. So this is really, really cool. And for the next card here, ooh, dude, sweet. It's not the LR plus, but you know what? I'm so excited. This is awesome. It's the Gundam NT1 Alex. This is super awesome. I love the artwork for this one. And it's actually capturing the scene right here. You can kind of see Bernie Zaku, the FZ right there. Zaku 2 FZ right there. We got the blow up. So like, it's just when Chris was being tricked out by the deployed of the Christmas balloons basically. So this is really, really cool pick for the shot right here. And we're gonna cap it off here with the token here for the G-Freed. Let's go ahead and get everything sleeved up. Dude, all right, hold on. Let me come back over here. Let's take a nice look at that sheen, that illustration here, and just the printing. I really do love a lot of the printing here for the LRs, for the Gundam card game here. It reminds me a lot like the Pokemon when we hit our specific types of like EXs, but definitely like the higher ups too, especially with the SIRs and whatnot. So this is super cool. Oh, I'm super stoked and excited for this. So we have our current board state right now. Of course, we only have very limited with the exception of the commons and uncommons. So of course, we have our Gundam NT1 Alex right here, a Healthy Curiosity for our rare or best looking so far right now. And then for the commons and uncommons, I actually really like Hardy Steiner the best. I just like the contrasty kind of look, very starchy kind of look. Really, really nice, and gives him a good like characterization of his character here. He's just one more mission and he was almost out the door. And then, sorry, this might be a spoilers. Promise you, 080 is a great series. And then the G-Free for our token. I'll just keep our resources and tokens right here. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into our next pack right here. Make sure I don't cut it incorrectly. Pop that out. All right. Make sure our packs are all nice. Shoop. Okay, so let's see what we get in our next one. How sweet. Poor Henkin in the radish. Poor Henkin in the radish. All right, so we got that. We got Zaku 4 Snake Eyes Yeti GQ. I'm like, the name makes me think of G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. The Union flag. Never cared for the Union, like the, I forgot, like the mobile suits, like the regular mobile suits from season 1 of 00. They all look very janky and ugly, but it makes sense. They're trying to make it look like as if they were real. And I put real because it's in our calendar time frame. The Downers. Okay, so this is the Vegan Stronghold. So this is from Age. It doesn't look familiar at all. Maybe I don't recognize the name at all too. Oh, Karis Nautilus here. Or we got a character here from Gundam X. We got some sporadic ones here and there from different series too, which is pretty cool. We got a GM Sniper too. Perfect from Gundam 00 again. I'm pretty sure that's Gundam 00, right? It's not the one they used. It was a GM Sniper too. That's when they introduced that particular model. The Bolanoke Saman. So we got here with Paptimus, I think it was 3rd suit, right? Yeah, 2nd suit actually. So the first one is the Melissa, 2nd one is the Bolanoke, 3rd is the O. Oh yeah, I forgot the O is in this set too. That's really, really cool. We got a Field Directive here. Eliminate target with the Frost Brothers. Oh man, that's actually a very menacing with the youngest one. His name is Olga, if I remember correctly. All right, we got the GN Armor Type E here. Super cool. I love a lot of the kind of like this energy around the suits here with some of this artwork. Kind of, best way I can describe kind of like the vernier stuff and whatnot. Reminds me kind of like, it's like the artist did their own rendition of kind of like Dragon Ball Z, like Aura or Powering Up, and it's for the mobile suits or Gundams. All right, so our rare here, we got the Guaz? I can't pronounce it, Commander type, or this should be a Rally Cruz's suit here at the very beginning of Seed. Ooh! We end off the G-Freed packs with the G-Freed LR. That is so nice. And this one, I'm gonna make sure we get that nice little glint and look into that. Super cool with the beam saber like glistening like that. Very, very nice. And for the final one in this pack here, we got our resource here. This looks like the Providence Gundam. Yep, Providence Gundam. I was gonna say Legend, but no, Providence. Nice. I know there's not a whole lot going on. That's why I edit my videos. I don't know, people are like, well, why don't you just show straight through it or what? I'm like, well, because unlike other people, I actually am a collector. I sleeve my stuff up. So that's what takes me a while in between takes. For those you don't know, so you don't have to sit here and watch me just sleeve ridiculously. Sometimes I think about just letting the camera just keep, you know, like, well, I let the camera roll, but like, you know, just don't even bother editing and just literally just keep filming unless there's something that happens inside the house or whatnot where I'm like, I don't want that on camera. But I'm like, in all honesty, it's like, yeah. All right, and here is our current board state again. I do want to say, I do think that was just very crazy to actually get the G-Freed only in the last G-Freed sleeved booster here. I just thought that was just insane. Unfortunately, the G-Freed is not cool enough to beat the NT1 Gundam Alex. I do want to say, originally, way back when I first got into Gundam back in the 90s, when Gundam was coming out on Toonami and I had watched I think W, if I remember correctly, was actually on the Midnight Run. I don't recall seeing that in the actual Toonami, like normal like block schedule during the day or like evening time frame or something. It was on the Midnight Run. But the NT1 Alex was my #1 favorite Gundam for a long time until that got usurped by the new Gundam. And then later on with my other ones too, like the Hainu and the Zeta. But this is going to be the current board set. I know I'm letting 00 still run the board here, but I just can't help it. Let me just enjoy having 00 just for a little bit longer. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out some other cards in this set here that will beat them out. But for the time being, let 00 shine. Let 00 shine. All right, so we're going to open up our first camper pack. And we're going to find out, what do we get? I'll be finding it very funny if we do get like each of the Gundams from their respective sleeved booster. That would be hilariously awesome. All right, so we start off here with some Heroes from 00 here. Looks like season 1 version of her. I could be wrong. Oh, dude, that's so awesome. We got someone and then Sergei Smirnov right next to each other. Like that. I see this a lot in Pokemon where we see evolutions and stuff like that, but never, or like sometimes even with the trains, but never have I seen it with the Gundam. I mean, we saw that a couple times with the dual impact, but getting Gundam characters or like the Gundams respective from their like their series and whatnot next to each other, that's just awesome. Kind of surrogate father, surrogate daughter, right then and there. That is awesome. But we got the bear. The bear. I think his nickname was the Bear of Russia, if I remember correctly. All right, good. Defurse, which is, oh wait, that is from Age. I don't recognize this. I'm like, no, it is Age. Okay, cool. All right, Basque, go away. I don't like Titans at all. Not at all. Sorry if you're a Titans fan. I do not like Titans at all. But then again, I'm for the Xeon, so of course I'm not gonna like them. All right, we got the Dorito or Dorita. It looks like Doritos. CQ. Yeah, wait. Am I saying that? The UAS was for, yeah, this is Ralu Crusade. And then the CQ, I thought that was like Ralu Crusades, or maybe it's like the non-commander version of it, I believe. Okay, I could be wrong about that. All right, we got Gundam Versailles with the Gundam Astron here. Looks like they're getting ready to link up and do the, I forget, it's like the Mega Particle Beam Cannon, I think. As Grumman here. All right, we got Barba's 6th form. This is our first duplicate amongst specs. I was hoping we were gonna get more individuals because these are brand new. I've never opened up into GD03, so I was hoping to get a lot more newer cards. So this is our first duplicate here. Emma! This is so awesome. I think there's actually this is gonna be an uncommon or U+ for her as well. I think I can be wrong about that, but this is nice. Emma here eating a little cake. So this is pretty cool. Oh, a little bit of a spoiler there. Come on, Briston. We got double rare at least, but we got Gray's Ein here. So we got Ein in his crazy Gundam or mobile suit form. Ending off with our next rare here, we got the Barbados Adapt. Huh. I don't recall this one at all in the series. Huh. Maybe it's from the manga? I don't know, but I don't remember seeing the Barbados ever like that, like in this particular form. Maybe it was the first form, you know? I'm not sure. And for our final one, we got our resource, which is the Gundam Exia. Very nice. All right, and here is our current board state here. I changed up a little bit of things here, so what I'm gonna do is that I kind of like just kept a little bit of some things from the previous, but I updated some things, so I updated for the Gundam Exia for a resource. We got Emma Sheen here, looking ever so eloquent here, and I did want to share the space here with our G-Freed here, so that we can show off a little bit of our hits here. All right, let's go ahead, jump into our second pack for the Camphor. Come on, Camphor, you gotta be in here, buddy. That'd be super awesome if you are. Let's go ahead and get these out of here. Okay. And whoop, there we go. All right, here we go. Yazan, oh man, this guy, this crazy dude. Why did they pick this one for him? I guess some of the ladies need some stuff, right? We got the Gundam Curios Tail Unit Flight Mode. Jami Telenite, yeah, we got a Char clone from X. The Rebo Colony, it looks like it says Stronghold, Earth Federation. I'm assuming that it has to be from Gundam 0080. I never actually knew the name of the colony itself. I just knew that it was a colony that was gonna get potentially nuked, and it was one of the ones next to Side 7, one of the neutral colonies as well. Anybody who knows. Warped intent with Flay. Warping or basically manipulating Kira here. I saw somewhere like there was a conversation many times like how Flay is a terrible character, but you want to know who's a much more terrible character than Flay? Nina Purpleton from Gundam 0080. At least Flay, she was just doing kind of things that survive or whatnot and kind of helped out Kira to some extent. But Nina, nah, garbage, absolute garbage. All right, we got the Valiant here. I think this is from season 1 of 00, if I'm not mistaken. I wonder when they're gonna start doing season 2 stuff. We got our next duplicate here for the Dual Shroud. Another duplicate here for Steiner Hardy. Hodarabi here. Our Barbados 6 form here. Ooh, all right, so we got our next one here. It's the Kshatriya Besenrung. I cannot say that. It is German, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. But it's basically the Kshatriya Repaired, if I remember correctly. Our next card here. Oh, very nice. We got a rare plus the Bridge Crew here from Gundam 00. Very, very nice. Too bad Sumeragi wasn't in here, but she's the captain, not really Bridge Crew though, but still very nice. Love the hearts in the background too. And to cap it off here, we got our next token here as the Graze Custom. But super awesome hit, y'all. Yeah. And here is our current board state here. I did upgrade it again a little bit here just so I can make more space. I'm gonna try to add in a little bit more so whenever we get our big hits here, we can display a little bit more of them. Nothing really changed out for the rare here or the commons and uncommons. I'm still liking Emma Sheen so far. And I always find this particular scene right here, just always a fun one here. I'm hoping I'm gonna find a different rare that will fit out into here too, just so we can change it up a little bit here. But this is what I got so far. Awesome hit with the Bridge Crew Rare Plus here. It's super awesome. Anyways, let's go ahead and go into our final pack for the Camphor. I am hoping, really hoping we do get a Camphor here actually. Well, who knows? I'm still super happy either way if we can get some good hits. This is all fun so far. Loving it. All right. So we have, starting off here, is the Gundam Age 1 Flat here. I got our duplicate here for So Imperious. Ortega's Order here. We got the Gundam Hijirabashi here. You know what? And this is a Gundam frame. And we got Wisteria and from. I'm starting to think this might be from like that. I forgot what the name of the new movie, like Earth's Hunter or something like that. So maybe that's where the Gundam Barbados adapt frame was from, basically. That's the only thing I think of off the top of my head. That's something I have not seen yet, but I don't recall if it's been out yet. Maybe it's out already in Japan. I could be wrong. Oh, we got a Hyzak here doing a retreat. We got the Din Commander type, looking very menacing with that glowing eye, mono eye here. Yeah, I don't know too much about. I think this is from UX. I still have not seen UX or GQX. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sweet, we got Christina McKenzie here. Oh man, Emma, you're. Oh man, this is a hard one here. That's awesome. Love the artwork choices for her too. Very, very fantastic drawing of her, or artwork for her in specifics. Very different than how she also looks in the anime too, a little bit. Just a little bit here. Oh my gosh, that is so perfect here for the final pack for Cam for Gundam 0080. We have Chris, and right beside her is Bernie here. Oh, ill-fated lovers. This is awesome. I love it. We had surrogate father and daughter. Now we have ill-fated lovers. This is awesome. Bernie or Bernard Wiseman here from Gundam 0080. Oh wow, Rekua. Another female character that not the greatest in the world here. Weirdly written. The only thing I maybe have an if when it came to Zeta Gundam, but maybe it's just Paptimus's new type charisma, or his max stat charisma, I guess. All right, so we get into our rare here. We got the Tyrion Tauzi. It looks like that's to be Soma's specifically. It's a super soldier trait, so it has to be Soma's, because I remember her as being pink. And for our not final card, but the next one, the hits keep on coming. Yeah, we have here, folks, Gundam Barbatos Lupus LR Plus. Oh my goodness, such a nice LR Plus. Oh, look at that. Oh man, these sleeve boosters, man, I am hitting out of the ballpark with them. Dang. All right. And for the final card here, we just got an EX resource. Kind of sad. Oh well. Dude, Gundam Barbatos Lupus LR Plus. Yeah. Dude. Oh my goodness. Oh, dang. All right, folks, and here's the current board state again. We are 5 packs, and we got some amazing hits so far. A little bit of a change up here, besides the adding of the LR Plus here. I did decide to keep both Christina and Bernie up here. I was also tempted to put Soma and Sergei up here too, but I'm like, you know what? I've already got almost full board here. I still need to make space, but I just want to at least display this. That was just, I love it. That's so awesome, getting pulls like that, where it's something correlating to like familiar characters or within the series and stuff like that. Love that stuff. Granted, I didn't get a camphor or whatnot, but you know what? Barbatos Lupus LR Plus. I am sorry. Oh man, that was amazing. Such an amazing pull from a sleeve booster. Oh man, great stuff. All right. Let's go ahead. We're gonna open into our first for the Trans Am 00. Oh, I feel like there's one right there. Gotta make sure I don't nick that one. There we go. And all right, we got the Radish again from what I can currently see. Get focus here. We got the Radish. Another for the Zaku four-eye snake. Another Union flag. The Downs. Oh no, we're hitting a lot of dupes already. Karis. GM Sniper 2. First one here, we haven't got a dupe here. Tier and high mobility type. The Zetus R. Very cool. It looks just like the Zetus, like in the posing, in terms of posing, because the Zetus from the Dual Impact. Very similar pose, but obviously a different suit though. Oh my gosh, the Immortal Pachicola Sour. Very, very cool. This guy is like a cockroach. He just won't die. We got the CGS Mobile Worker here, the mouse units, right? If I remember, that's what they call them, like mouse units. Oh, dude, very nice. The Gundam Gujin Rebate Full City here for our rare. And into our last card. Dang! Hitting it out of the ballpark with these sleeve boosters here. We got the Providence Gundam LR. Very, very nice. Dude, this is awesome. All right, finalize it here. All right, and then our last one here, we have a token is the Red Gundam. Kind of sucks. I really, really want to play this card game. I really do want to get into it, involved in playing it. I'm having fun collecting it. Just it sucks I can't play it at all. There's nowhere nearby me. I don't think there's anybody interested or cares about it, but I would love to get people to play it and then like find other Gundam fans out there or get people to be interested in watching Gundam. But now it's just as hard as finding Gundam to begin with. I'm like, ugh, why does everything have to be such a pain? And here is again the current board state. I moved things around a little bit. I actually took out the resource just because the lighting right here, I can't move it around or else I'm gonna lose out more of my lighting here, and I don't want to do that. Too much of a hard glare in this spot. So I kept everything else. I got our Providence Gundam right here on the board set. I think it's kind of funny because when I moved this over, I thought this was just very funny. It looks like Al's looking down at Bernie and Bernie's looking up at Al. I was like, Al, what are you doing up there? I'm trying to get us photos here, Bernie. Get down from there, Al. You're gonna get us in trouble. I just felt like that. All right, into our second pack here for the Steal Requiem for the 00 Trans Am. I always thought that was kind of funny, like I'm trying to think of besides Burning / God Gundam, I can't think of another Gundam that kind of like, or like Gundam series that kind of does like a Super Saiyan effect. If you think about that, that's what I was thinking with the Trans Amps, like it's Super Saiyan effect. It's like, ah. All right. I don't think that we got this one yet already. This is gonna be the AU Enact demonstration color here before it gets wrecked by the Exia, if I'm not mistaken here. We got the GX Bit. Oh yeah, these are the like kind of like the dolls for I forgot it was like the defense or something. I can't remember what it was in X though. And then the AEU Hellion. Got some our pack dust here. Daughters Flyer here again from X. Am I right? X? Yeah, it has to be X. All right, we got our duplicate here for Age 1 Flat. Another Soma here. Another Bolinoak Saman. I go Samana. I don't know why I say mana like it's like a energy from Magic. And we got a Field Directive. Eliminate Target. GN Armored Type E. All right, we got our rare here is the G Bouncer. Looks like it's going to be for Age. That's going to be the White Wolves one. I forgot his name again already. And then we get the Vertigo. We got Karis's mobile. Is it mobile armor? I think it wasn't a mobile. It's just a mobile suit that uses funnels. And then we got We got the Camphor Resource. Very, very nice. All right, and here is our board state here. Nothing really changed at all. Unfortunately, we didn't get any LRs. We got a couple. We got the rares, but nothing really else beyond that one. So this is going to be our final pack for the Trans Am 00. Let's go ahead and start ourselves off with a good cut here. Shoop. And all right, let's see if we can get the Trans Am 00 in this pack. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. All right. All right. And we start ourselves off not so strong with another duplicate, but that's okay. Gundam Hijirobashi. I'm saying that correctly here. The Messer Type F02. This is going to be from the Gundam Hathaway movie. Gundam Heavy Arms Custom. Very nice. Another duplicate, Gundam Curios. The EU Enact. Wistario Ampham. Gundam Versailles and Gundam Astron. AZ Groom in here. From Tewas. Is it Tewas? Yeah, it's Tewas. From Gundam, from Iron Blood or the 6th form for, and we got another Emma. Yeah. Okay, our rare here, we got Z-Heart Galette from Age. Looks like it's gonna be Z-Heart from season 2, like part 2, basically, not the part 3. And the next card we got our first duplicate rare for the G Bouncer, and capping off this pack here, we got our resource here. That's going to be Graham's Union Flag Custom. Very nice. Wait, oddly enough, face looks very, very boxy. Kind of reminds me almost like Soundwave from Transformers. Do 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 do. Alrighty then, folks, here we go. current board state again, nothing really changed. We didn't hit anything on the last pack. That's okay. Now we are now going into our last 4 packs of Freedom Gundam at this point here. So saving the best for the last here. So I'm hoping I'm gonna get something big in these last 4. We've kind of hit a little bit of a dry spot. That's okay, it's okay. We still got, I mean, I'm still really happy with this, but, and again, super surprised. From Sleeve Boosters, we don't have a booster box or anything like that, so this is fantastic. Oh, all right, I gave myself enough of a cut. I'm gonna make sure, just enough of a cut so I can just slide it open like that. Nice, simple, and easy. Oh, dude, this is an awesome one. Cyclops team here with the Hygog infiltration at the very beginning of the Gundam 080 at the Antarctic base. So this is super cool. Love the artwork on this one. This one actually might go up here too. I like that a lot. There we go. Paptimus's first mobile suit, the Melisala. And Melissa? I always say it's a Melissa, but it's like Mesala. Yeah, I guess. Mobile armor form, basically. Oh, funny enough. So another kind of, I don't remember if Sarah actually piloted Mesala. I think she did, like very briefly before she got to the Samana Bolanoke here. But Sama Zabriarov, not that great of a character from Zeta Gundam, but she's okay. And the Ryue, the human karma here with Raul Crusade going crazy. Our duplicate here, CQ, another AZ, Peace Million, very nice. All right, we got the full armor Unicorn Gundam in destroy mode. We got eliminate target duplicate. Oh no, this is the second duplicate of the same rare G Bouncer here. Going into a Vertigo rare. Oh, and then we got something else here. Okay, I can't get that upset about it. We got ourselves a C+ resource here, Gray's Ein. This is very nice. Vertigo for a rare. I guess we got 2 dupes, but hey, very nice. Our first C+ resource. Nice. Here we go, folks. Man, that was a pretty nice one. Finally, we were hitting a little bit of a dry spell when we finally got a hit right here with our resource C+ here for Ein's Grays. 3 packs left. Let's open up into our next one here. I'm hoping for another big hit here. That'd be awesome. I really talked terribly too much on some of the other aspects too. I don't know what else I could talk about that I could celebrate a little bit more for our Gundam 00. I think, what was it? It's a fantastic series. If you guys haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend it. Maybe you can find it somewhere on YouTube for free. It's only 6 episodes, clocking at like about 21 to 22 minutes an episode. So roughly, it should take you about 2 hours to watch the entire thing. If not like little over 2 hours. But yeah, it's like watching a movie itself. Trust me, you won't regret it. I would say though, like the only caveat behind watching Gundam 00 is that you actually have to know a little bit about what's going on in terms of like the 1 year war and stuff like that. But other than that, just watch it as it is. You can appreciate it for what it is. I get when some people said that the series might be a little bit annoying because of Al and stuff like that. But there's the overall purpose and the themes behind that entire series makes absolute sense when you start looking at it from that standpoint. It's also one of the more unique things that we don't have a civilian standpoint, really. Everybody else is someone that got kind of like involved in the war, actually fighting for the most part. Not necessarily for Al, but we also do see that in points for Christina and for Bernie. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into our pack here. Doritos as well for a repeat. G Defensor, very nice. Okay, cool. We got another AU Enact. I'm sorry, but I need to get my hand more straight. It's kind of hard at times. Got another G-Bit here. AU Hellion. The Dautris Flyer. Gundam Sandrock Custom. I don't know why he looks like he got crunched up. Like he's a chibi form or something. I see yeah, of course, Custom. It's got the one, the Uzi. The only thing that's like the noticeable change on the Sandrock. Kind of the same thing with Heavy Arms, I guess, when he gets the custom upgrade. Dude, so cool. Okay, this one, oh man, this is totally going up here. The Hygog. This is one of my actual favorite amphibious mobile suits. Super cool looking design. I love it's kind of like very like a Frogman kind of a look thing. Right up there, I do like the they introduced it just so briefly in the very first episode too, which was the Zagok E commander type. So that's another really cool one. I don't care too much for the Zagox, but the Zagog commander type, just something about the framing, the way that it's been designed looks really, really cool. But yeah, absolutely cool. This sequence too at the very beginning or the very first episode that started us off for Gundam 0080, so cool. Such an awesome opening sequence. Anyways, let's move on to our next card here. I know it's not really matching up, but this is pretty cool how like the framing matches up. We have the Gundam NT1 full armor and the Chobroham armor, if I'm saying that correctly. The Chobroham, I can never enunciate that, but Chobroham or Chobroham. Again, dual Gundam Shroud. Oh, we got the Eternal from Seed. Oh, that's our rare too. Very nice. Okay, so we got that one. Our final card technically. Oh yeah! This is actually a really cool rare. I might replace Al for this one. This is Bernie's Zaku 2 FZ. This is him. Actually, if you look at it from this standpoint here, because it's actually in the series or in the episode, he's hiding right over there, right, kind of like behind or next. I guess he's more off ways from the Santa Claus balloon. But yeah, he's just right there getting his Heat Hawk ready to strike at Mackenzie's Alex. So that's such a cool artwork they picked. I love how it's side-eyeing too. It's super cool artwork on this card. Love it. And to cap it off here, awesome. He's hunting down the Alex Gundam. So bam, we got Alex Gundam for resource. This is actually a really, really cool pack. I'm loving this. Great stuff. All right, folks, here it is again. Our current board state, some changes here. I did boot off Emma just so we can give space to the Hygog. And I'm trying to cover it just so you can see, because obviously I can't do anything much about the lighting. And sorry about the sleeves. They are glossy, so there's no way I can diffuse the lighting any further than what I have already. But I did put Bernie Zaku 2 FZ right here, just to go with the theme of Gundam 0080 again here too. I can't help it. I want to celebrate Gundam 0080. You can't get enough attention for it, which it never really does get any attention. So it's great to celebrate it. All right, we got second to last pack here. Granted, wasn't like any grandiose hits in that last pack, but still, it was super cool and awesome to hit some of those cards. That was just great. I love it. Fantastic stuff. All right, here we go. Second to last pack. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, so we got, starting off here with Sarah again. I'm gonna go ahead and drop. I'm gonna do Ryue, Human Karma, CQ, Adula's Magwanok, Wistario, Field Directive, Gundam NT1 full armor, Rekua's Shadow, Gundam Dynamis, our first one for a new card in the pack here. Oh, nice. Gundam Death Scythe Hell. All right, this is the custom version. Very, very nice. Our next card here. Oh. We got Asimo Asuno here. This is the second line in the Asuno family, or this is a part 2 or season 2. Not really season 2, it's like more like a part 2 in age. And then for our last one here, okay, and I think this is our first repeat resource here with Providence Gundam. All right. The near final board state here. Nothing really changed up, unfortunately. Again, last pack, we didn't really hit a whole lot on that one. It's okay. You get some wins, you get some losses. I'm happy with my wins so far. But we are now on to our final and 12 pack here. Hopefully, we can end it off with something big. Come on, Freedom Gundam. Don't disappoint me, man. Well, let me make sure I don't cut too deep in. Urgh. All right. Final pack. Here we go. Oh, I think I cut a little too high on that one. Nope, just enough. Just enough. Ah. All right, here we go. Just to finish us all off here, we got the Gundam Barbaros's 5th form dupe. We got the full armored Unicorn Gundam. Oh, gross cots in the Unheralded Attack. Towards Destiny here, that's the fight between Simo and Z-Heart here. Ooh, Hyzak Custom, nice. Okay, finally something we got new here. Ew, privileged position with Basque Ohm. Easy, this is the most uncommon I've gotten so far. I think this is the most I've seen of her, I think. The Peace Million, very nice. full armor unicorn Gundam destroy mode, eliminate target. All right, we got our rare here with Gundam Curios. Second to last card. Let's find out what we get here. What we ended off, folks. Come on. Whoop. Very, very nice. The Gundam Exia Trans Am mode. Dude, very nice. Let's get some of that little, all those little outlines here. This is so nice. Awesome. We got one of the covers. That's so great. I think we hit two of the 4 covers, basically. The G-Freed and the Gundam Exia Trans Am. And the final card, let's see if there's anything else special. We don't know. Let's find out. Whoop. No, we just got ourselves another token. This time it's going to be the GQX? I don't know. Omega Saikamu. But nice. Super nice. We ended off strong. We ended off strong, folks. Yeah. Alright, and here we go. This is the final board set here. All the best hits, including cards I like the most from like the commons and uncommons and the rares here. So out of the rares so far, again, I guess I'm just keeping this Gundam 0080 themed here for a healthy curiosity in the Zaku 2 FZ or Bernie Zaku 2. Best common, technically, I think I'm gonna actually really give it between Christina or the High Gog. I did keep Bernie up here because, man, pulling these two within the same pack right next to each other, that was just fate. That was just fate. And of course, got a lot of my LRs here, but man, 2 of the most awesome pulls so far. I did get my Gundam NT1 Alex, though. Super happy about that. And happy I got the Gundam Exia here too. I do believe this is actually going to be very helpful in my Celestial Drive deck if I decide to actually use this card here. So I'm not sure if I'm going to add to my binder or I might want to use it too, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, super happy with all this. Let's go ahead and get to our finalized portion right here. Alrighty, folks, and here it is, the final one here. Final one. All the best hits from 12 sleeve booster packs. Not a booster box, but 12 single packs. And man, I can't tell you, this has been awesome. Granted, not all of them were hits, but that's okay. I still got to fill out part of my collection here and be able to build up from that again from scratch because I have not gotten anything from the Steal Requiem set. So I'm hoping I'm going to find some more booster packs out there in the wild here so I can fill out my binder at that point. And then of course, if not, I might have to go get singles at that point. But hey, I got a lot of new cards. This is awesome and some really, really solid hits. I cannot complain at all. Super happy, super stoked about that. And I do have to ask, if you haven't already, if you enjoyed the video thus far too, and still watching at this point too, I really do appreciate it. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. I hope you had a lot of fun watching this video alongside with me just opening up these packs and getting some just awesome stuff and just talking about Gundam in general too, or more or less me yammering about Gundam 0080 here. Again, that series does not get talked enough when it comes to the overall Gundam franchise. It's oftentimes overlooked, so it's nice just to celebrate it just for once in a hot minute. Anyways, I want to thank you so very much for watching, and until the next video, take care, and may you be lucky with your pulls today. I know, I was. Do 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 do.